Welcome, everyone, to Truth and Freedom Podcast, where awakening begins with asking the question most people are afraid to ask. I'm your host, Dr. Dan Amzallag, and this is not just another podcast. This is a journey into awareness, courage, and truth. Now, avoidance is a quiet thief. It doesn't take things all at once. It steals little pieces of your peace, your clarity, your time. Now, it convinces you that ignoring a problem will make it disappear, when really, it just buries it deeper. And what's buried alive doesn't die, it waits. We all avoid. We avoid hard conversation. We avoid looking at our bank account, our emotion, our past. We distract ourselves with work, noise, scrolling, food, or business. Anything that keeps us from sitting with what hurts. But here's the truth. What you refuse to face will always find another way to surface. Sometimes through anxiety, sometimes through exhaustion, sometimes through the same painful pattern repeating over and over again until you finally say, enough is enough. Avoidance feels safe because it creates an illusion of control. If you don't look, you don't have to feel. If you don't feel, you don't have to change. But the cost of that safety is freedom. You stay trapped in a loop, surviving, but not living. Now, I've seen people spend years running from pain they could have healed from if they had just stopped long enough to face it. And I get it. Facing it hurts. It requires honesty, vulnerability, and courage. But so does carrying it. And carrying pain independently is far heavier than confronting it once. Now, avoidance is like putting a bandage over a wound you refuse to clean. It may look fine for a while, but underneath, it festers. Healing requires exposure. It requires oxygen, truth, light, and self-awareness. Now, ask yourself, what are you avoiding right now? Is it truth about your relationship? Or responsibly at work? Maybe an emotion you keep numbing because it's too painful to feel. Now, whatever it is, it's holding space in your life, energy you could use to move forward. Now, avoidance creates anxiety because deep down, you know something is unfinished. You can't fully relax when part of you is on guard, hoping the truth won't catch up. But here's the thing. Healing doesn't chase you. It waits for you. It waits for you to be ready to stop running. Now, there's always a moment, quiet but powerful, when you realize that hiding hurts more than healing ever could. And when that realization comes, it changes everything. You stop saying, I'll deal with it later. You stop numbing, pretending, deflecting. You look at your reflection and say, it's time to make a change. And that very moment, that single act of courage, begins the process of freedom. Avoidance delays the inevitable. Whatever you resist now, you'll revisit later. Only next time, it will be heavier. Because time doesn't heal what you refuse to feel. Time only heals what you face with awareness. Now, when you finally choose to stop avoiding, you reclaim your power. You start living in alignment with truth and not fear. You start trusting yourself again because you're no longer betraying your own knowing. Now, I'll tell you right now, this will not be an easy journey. You might cry, you might shake, you might feel uncomfortable. But healing was never supposed to be comfortable. It was meant to be transformative. Now, here's something I've learned through countless sessions with patients and through my own personal journey. Every moment you face what you've been avoiding, you get a piece of yourself back. A piece that's been trapped in fear, in shame, in denial. And slowly, piece by piece, you begin to feel whole again. So today, I want you to pause and ask yourself, what am I pretending doesn't bother me? What truth am I scared to face? Whatever your answer is, start there. Not with blame, not with judgment, but with curiosity. Now, the goal isn't to fix everything overnight. It's to stop running, to stand still long enough to understand what your pain is trying to teach you. Because pain, when faced with compassion, becomes wisdom. But pain avoided becomes suffering. Now, avoidance is easy in the moment, but costly over time. Healing is hard in the moment, but liberating for life. So you get to choose the temporary comfort of avoidance or the lasting peace of truth. And I hope you choose truth, because truth doesn't just set you free. It gives you back your power, your peace, and your potential. Now remember, you can't outrun what's within you. You can only turn towards it, breathe through it, and let it transform you. So stop running, stop hiding, stop waiting for the right time, because the right time is now. And your healing begins the moment you stop avoiding it. Stay tuned for more truth on our next episode.